Good afternoon, everyone. It's October 4th, 2023, and these pawpaws were picked in Ohio in the wild. These are wild pawpaws, some of them quite large. These were picked in Ohio on September 17th. So it's now October 4th. It's been like 2 weeks and 3 days, so over 2 weeks. And they were on the counter, and then they were in the fridge for a little bit, and then I pulled them back out of the fridge to finish ripening on the counter. And so I'm gonna see if they taste any good, or were they picked too much on the hard side. This one here seems like it has some aroma already. Oh yeah. Notice not all of them in the cluster are large. Some of them are really small. Look at that dinky one there. It's tiny. This one though, I'm gonna probably break it open somehow. All right. I broke it open. I just thought it would be more interesting to take this video in my greenhouse next to my pawpaws, even though this was not grown by me. These were picked in the wild. And just so some people know, you actually can ripen pawpaws on the counter, but they still have to come to a certain degree of ripeness on the tree before they will do that. To what degree of ripeness they have to be, well, you just kind of have to, I guess, play around with it. These were actually pretty hard, but there were some that were off the trees and others that were falling. And so when we went foraging for these with David in Ohio, we just picked everything that we could find. We took some of the harder ones, we took some of the softer ones. We basically picked whatever we could find because we knew we weren't returning. We aren't from Ohio. And so these are probably the ones that were on the harder side that we're able to store for this long. Let's see if it actually tastes good. Wow. Yeah. It tastes really good. No issues with the ripening. Look at that seed. Tasty pawpaws. Probably not as good as if you would have picked it dead ripe. But this ripened on the counter. It has the aroma, it has the pawpaw flavor, it has it all. Wow. Definitely a viable option. This was just on the counter. I didn't ripen it with apples or bananas, nothing like that. Just leave it open on the counter, let it ripen. That's it. Unless you're trying to speed up the process, then you can add apples to a bag, paper bag. And apples will actually release more ethylene gas than bananas will. So if you're trying to speed up the process and you want them to ripen as fast as possible, use ripe apples. You can also use bananas, but apples work better. That's a really good pawpaw. And some of the larger ones too. Good size pawpaw. So, oh, the other thing I was going to talk about is cultivars versus wild. So I tried the Shenandoah. I liked it. My family didn't really like the flavor of Shenandoah. However, they liked the flavor of this one. Of all the wild ones that I brought, they loved them. And so I guess my family prefers the strong pawpaw flavor, and the wild ones have that Now, if you come across a patch that has some bitterness in it, then they might not be as good, but every single pawpaw, almost every single one that we've picked in that patch that we found with David. Check out that video, by the way, guys, with me and David foraging for pawpaws and the Pawpaw Festival video. All the pawpaws we picked in that patch were really good and tasty. So your growing seedlings is a viable option. They're just not going to be as large as Susquehanna and them, and they'll have a little bit more seeds. But look, there's still a lot of flesh in here, even though this is a wild one. Good flesh to seed ratio. I would definitely, my parents prefer this one over Shenandoah for sure. But you know, everybody has a different taste. So I didn't get a chance to taste Susquehanna. Really wanted to. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll have some Allegheny to try. Allegheny is actually losing its leaves for the fall season earlier than Shenandoah. And Allegheny has a lot of flower buds, so hopefully if I catch them in time to pollinate them, I'll have some Allegheny pawpaw to taste next year. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. If you like my content, don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. That way you know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.